Hello guys, welcome to our ebook cover design tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be quickly showing you how to design a nice book cover just like this. So the first thing we'll need is we'll need an action script for our book cover, and I'll be using this very action script here, the book paperback. So you can just comment in the comment section or send me a message and I can actually send you the ATN file for this. So what we basically have to do is you go to Windows and you click on Actions here, and you're gonna have your actions, on the right hand side here. So then what you have to do is basically go up here and you click on Load Actions, and then you quickly go look for where you have the action. Since I'm gonna be sending you the action, you can easily just look for where to get the action. And okay, here we are, and then this is the action, and you load. Now you can see this is the same action I've loaded here, so I'm going to be deleting this so I don't have too much of the action. So the next thing you're going to do is you just come to the action folder here, you click on the arrow and you click on create layout. Alright, so creating layout, you can see the layout is getting created on the right hand side here on the layer panel. You can see, and you can see something happening on the main page. So okay, perfect, we have the layout created. So the next thing you have to do is just delete the text on the layout created. Okay, and we have our plain layout. Now since we want to create this 3D nice looking ebook covers, so what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna go to quickly type, we're gonna create the background first, and we need to create a background of black and lemon green. So just go here, the gradient tool, pick up the gradient tool. You might have the paint bucket or the gradient tool there, whichever you have. Just hold down your left cursor on your mouse and you click on the gradient tool, then you click on the gradient and you can create a gradient of your own. Just use this, and then let me quickly show you. Delete this, and delete this. Okay, so we're gonna be using let's okay, then you can change this color to red, and you can change this color to whatever, maybe let's use the lemon green. Okay, then when you want to save this exact gradient you've created, you click on new and you have saved this gradient. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring this, you have to click on where we want it to work on, and we drag it. Okay, now you can see this is not appearing like this. It's mainly because this was done with a radial gradient, which is what we're gonna come up here to choose radial gradient, and then we go back and perfect. So this is what we want to do. We got the background now. So the next thing we want to do is quickly put up the text. Since I already have the text here, I don't want to go typing it all over again, so that this video is not going to be too long. So all I have to do is just I come here, click on my pick tool, and I drag the text to where I want it to be. You can see now this text is a League Gothic text. You can see it's a League Gothic text. So what we're gonna do is just drag, just hold down your shift and alt button, and then you drag the text to make it larger. If you don't want to do it that way, all you have to do is you just come to the size here. This is where the text size is, and you can actually increase the size or reduce the size. So we got that nice and easy. Then we'll go back and pick the subtitle, drag it over there. Okay, we have that. Now since the subtitle is yellow from this side, we want the subtitle to actually, shoot out on this one that has a lemon green and a orange background. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the text color to probably blue. Okay, so once we change it to blue, we just drag or just go ahead and increase the size, just like I said before. Okay, 11 points. Let's make it 14 points. Okay, I think this is better. So we can actually make the fonts a little bit larger so that it's gonna be clearer. Oh, that's too much, so let's leave it at 16. I think 16 will be better. Yeah, that's perfect. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna go to now the image. No, let me take the author name first. Okay, we got the author name, and then we just hold down Shift and Alt button and drag it. Okay, this is perfect. Now you have to note that I actually positioned each of my text in such a way that the space between the first text and the sideline here, and the space between the last text and the sideline here, are usually perfect. No, you have to make it perfect so that you're gonna have a very nice looking book cover. So the next thing, let me just reduce the size of this. So the last thing we're gonna do is we go look for the image you want to use. So maybe we should pick some other image, another image. Okay, so that it won't look as if we just pick the same image and we just do the same thing. So you hold down Shift and Alt button, drag. Okay, in fact we can actually drag it to the end of it, and then we'll click on the mark button. So now what we want to do next is simply rasterize this image first. You right click and then you click on rasterize layer, and then you pick the eraser tool. This is what I always do. I pick the eraser tool, then I increase the size of the eraser tool. You can see here you can actually increase the size by 500 pixels and reduce the hardness to 0%. Then you come back here and you clean. You can see what I'm doing now. I'm actually using the eraser tool to clean the image, so that we're gonna have a nice effect, like a nice fading effect from the image. Okay, I think that is good. Go back to the pick tool, drag down the author name. Now we can as well reduce the author name. I think it's rather large, so let's go reduce the author name to 48. Okay, I think this is okay. Then we'll adjust this and we are done. So we just finished designing our book cover. So the next thing we just have to do right now is we have to convert this into our 3D image here. So what we're gonna do simply is we'll go back to our book paperback action script, and we click on the render cover, and then we'll come down here and click on the play button. So we just give it a few minutes, maybe like a minute or 2 minutes. It's gonna quickly run. So if you're looking at designing your own covers, you can actually get some of these images from stock image sites. It's much more easier, or let me say it's much more safe to get your images from stock image sites, so that you won't have the issue of copyright infringement. So the usual thing I do for my clients or my customers is that I always help them get royalty free images, and most of the time they actually have to pay for it, or the client go ahead and get royalty free image by himself or herself. So the idea of designing your own stuff by yourself sometimes is basically to help you, maybe when you have short funds, and you want to do something on your own, but it's not everybody that has the capability or the talent to be able to identify colors, to be able to know what to do and how to do it. And so sometimes it's much more easier or much more better to actually give the job to a professional that would really love to do your job for you, at a very affordable rate. So we are going to have this, it's almost done. Almost done. So if you have any questions, if you want me to probably create some other videos pertaining to some things you're actually trying to learn relating to graphic design, you can as well leave your comments in the comment page. You can send me an inbox. Okay, perfect. And here we are with our 3D. So the next thing we're gonna do is simply we scroll down, we go to the layer panel, scroll down, remove the background layer by clicking on the icon, and then you remove the shadow layer also. I usually do that. Then you come here and click on the crop tool, and I love doing this so that I don't take too much space. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we click on the arrow button, the mark button, and then we check on the image. When you have to go check on the image, because since you are using this for online related stuff, you check on the image. You can see 2000. So the image is rather large, 17.0 megabytes. Over here you can see that. So what we have to do is just reduce the image to maybe 700 by 800, and then it actually reduces, and then we have something, okay, much more manageable. Control 0. Okay, so the next thing we're just gonna do is go to file, save for web. So when you're saving for web, then you save as a PNG. See, 300 kilobytes if it's in PNG. Okay, 501 kilobytes, sorry. And then you save, and then I go save it here. Book cover design tutorial. Boom. So we got it saved. So the next thing, I'm just gonna come back here. This design I made before converting it to the 3D, and I'm just going to save this design in case for future use. Save it in a PNG. This is a book cover design tutorial. Sorry, you save it in PSD, and you save and you say okay. So this is what we just designed. Let's quickly go check it out. And then we have our perfect book cover design. We did this within tops 15 minutes, and that is all we need to do. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I would like you to kindly like the video if you find the video useful. You can also help share on social media sites, and you should also subscribe so that whenever I'm creating new videos, I'm going to be creating new videos every 3 days. I'm going to try as much as possible to create videos every 3 days. So you're going to be having an email telling you that there's a new video that you can actually learn something from. So if you have questions, kindly put your questions in the comment box. I'd like to answer any questions you'd like to ask. And if you've got comments and you've got requests, probably you want me to design something special, probably you want me to create a tutorial on a particular issue concerning design. I design so many things, you know, banners, web headers, you know, logos, so many things. You can tell me exactly what you want me to teach you how to design, and I'm going to create a video for it. And you can also check out my account on Fiverr. It's fiverr.com/graphics_pro360. And I think that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name once again is Stella, and I welcome you, and thank you. Bye bye.